Definiteness of purpose is the cornerstone of all great achievement. It is the single most important habit that successful people cultivate, and it is the one that sets them apart from the masses who drift through life without a clear direction. Napoleon Hill often declared that the starting point of all success is knowing exactly what you want. Without a definite aim, you are like a ship without a rudder, adrift, at the mercy of the winds and currents of circumstance. Every truly successful individual, whether they rose from poverty or privilege, began their journey with a clear vision of what they intended to achieve. They did not hope or wish for success. They resolved to attain it. This habit of forming a definite purpose transforms mere desire into a burning obsession. It fuels discipline, sharpens decision-making, and acts as a guide through times of confusion or adversity. Where others are easily distracted or discouraged, the person with a definite aim presses on with conviction because they have already decided what the outcome must be. The power of definiteness lies in its ability to command both the conscious and subconscious mind. When you write down a clear goal and repeat it with emotion and faith, it begins to dominate your thinking. You start noticing opportunities aligned with your purpose. You begin to attract the people, the ideas, and the resources that can help you bring that purpose into reality. This is not coincidence. This is the result of a mind focused with intensity and purpose. Successful people understand that this habit must be backed by action. A purpose without a plan is merely a wish. Once the goal is fixed, they create organized steps toward it. They evaluate their progress, adjust their course when necessary, and persist until the goal is reached. They do not waste energy on things that do not serve their purpose. Their time, thoughts, and resources are aligned toward a singular mission. Consider the builders of great fortunes, the creators of empires, the inventors who changed the world. They all started with a definite chief aim. They were not swayed by popular opinion or temporary defeat. Their minds were made up. They developed the habit of asking themselves daily, is this moving me closer to my purpose? If the answer was no, they changed their approach or eliminated the distraction. To adopt this habit is to claim authority over your life. You become the architect of your destiny. You choose your mountain and then you climb it, step by step with unwavering faith. And defining your purpose gives meaning to your effort and power to your plans. It is the root of all personal greatness, and without it, no amount of talent, education, or luck can guarantee lasting success. This is not theory, it is a law, as certain as gravity. The world does not reward the aimless. It rewards those who know where they are going and refuse to stop until they get there. Faith is the unseen force that turns thought into reality. It is not merely religious belief, nor is it blind optimism. It is a state of mind, deliberately cultivated, that allows successful people to act with confidence before the evidence of success appears. Napoleon Hill called faith the element that transforms ordinary thoughts into powerful realities. It is the catalyst through which desires are translated into the physical equivalent. All great achievements begin in the realm of the invisible. An idea forms in the mind. A dream begins to stir. But it is only through faith that this dream gains substance. Faith empowers a person to act on their goals with absolute belief, even when there is no proof, no guarantee, and no visible path ahead. Successful individuals develop the habit of believing wholeheartedly in themselves, their ideas, and the certainty of their success. They see the result in their minds so vividly and so often that it begins to feel real, inevitable even. This habit of faith is not accidental. It is formed through repetition, affirmation, and emotional involvement. Just as Hill emphasized, thoughts become things when they are combined with belief. Successful people repeat their goals aloud, write them down, and visualize them in detail, infusing each repetition with deep emotion. Over time, this consistent mental conditioning imprints their goals onto the subconscious mind, where it begins to influence behavior, decisions, and the energy they attract. Of faith eliminates hesitation. Where others question their worth or their ability, the person of faith moves with purpose. They are not free from fear, but their belief is stronger than their doubt. They may not know how every step will unfold, but they trust that taking action will reveal the way. This internal certainty creates external results. People respond to confidence. Opportunities seem to magically appear. Luck favors them, not because of chance, but because faith has aligned their inner world with the possibilities of the outer one. Failure does not shake the habit of faith in successful people. Instead, it strengthens it. When something doesn't go as planned, they do not retreat into despair. They reaffirm their vision, learn the lesson, and continue forward. Their belief in the end result is so firm that they view setbacks as temporary, even necessary. This mindset gives them resilience, poise, and endurance. They are not hoping to succeed. They are expecting to. To build faith is to build the foundation of all achievement. It is the habit that breathes life into desire and motion into dreams. The successful do not wait to believe in themselves after they win. They believe first, and because of that, they win. Faith is the bridge between the invisible idea and its visible result. It is the silent companion of all creators, innovators, and leaders. It is, quite simply, the habit that unlocks all others. Persistence is the force that makes all other habits work. It is the habit that keeps a person moving forward long after the excitement has faded, after the inspiration has cooled, and after obstacles have made the path uncertain. Napoleon Hill wrote that persistence is to the character of man what carbon is to steel. It is the hardening agent, the strength that endures. Trial and transform temporary defeat into lasting victory. Every successful individual has been tested. At some point, they faced rejection, failure, setbacks, ridicule, or even betrayal. What separated them from the masses was not superior talent, connections, or luck. It was persistence. They refused to quit. They had already decided deep within that they would achieve their goal, no matter how long it took or how difficult it became. This decision became a habit, one reinforced every time they chose to continue instead of give up. Persistence does not mean blindly repeating the same action over and over. It is intelligent, flexible, and guided by purpose. The persistent person evaluates, adapts, and refines their approach, but never abandons their objective. Their mind is fixed on the outcome, and so every failure is simply data, a clue to help adjust the plan. They are not discouraged by obstacles, they expect them. They meet resistance with renewed effort because they understand that the universe yields to those who persist. This habit, like all others, can be developed. Hill taught that persistence is built through definiteness of purpose, desire, self-reliance, and habit. The person who has a strong why will find the strength to continue through any how. When your goal is backed by deep emotional desire, giving up is not an option. It feels like betrayal. And when you act in faith and surround yourself with others who support your vision, your persistence multiplies. Successful people train themselves to stay the course. They do not let distractions pull them from their mission. They are not lured by comfort or convenience. They sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term gain. And when the road grows hard, they remember that every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. They understand that many give up just before the breakthrough, so they keep going, they keep showing up. They develop a reputation for dependability, for grit, for never backing down. Persistence is the invisible force behind success stories. It is the long nights, the second tries, the failures turned into lessons. It is discipline practiced when no one is watching. It is working when others rest, believing when others doubt, and rising after every fall. No dream was ever built without it, and no success can be sustained in its absence. Those who master this habit become unstoppable. They are the ones history remembers, not because their path was easy, but because they never stopped walking it. No one rises to great heights alone. Behind every notable success is a network of minds, aligned in harmony, working together toward a common goal. This is the power of the mastermind, a concept Napoleon Hill regarded as one of the most crucial habits of all successful people. The habit of building and maintaining a mastermind alliance is not just about networking. It is about creating an environment where ideas flourish, accountability is strong, and growth is multiplied. Successful individuals understand that one mind, no matter how brilliant, has limits. But when two or more minds come together in perfect harmony, they create a third, invisible force, greater than the sum of its parts. This is not mere theory. Throughout history, the most accomplished people intentionally surrounded themselves with others who challenged them, supported them, and offered perspective. They made a habit of seeking counsel, of asking questions, of being open to feedback while still standing firm in their purpose. This habit requires humility. The truly successful are not afraid to admit that they don't have all the answers. In fact, they embrace it. They seek out those who complement their weaknesses, those who have walked the path before them, and those who bring energy, innovation, and strength. They understand that the right alliance can fast-track progress, provide moral support in times of doubt, and hold them accountable to their own standards. But a mastermind is not just about getting help, it's about giving it. Successful people show up with value. They share ideas, encourage others, and contribute to the group's collective strength. They foster trust and loyalty by being consistent, honest, and generous. This habit of mutual upliftment creates a bond that cannot be easily broken. It becomes a support system, a think tank, and a motivator all in one. Not every relationship qualifies as a mastermind. It is not enough to be surrounded by people. You must be surrounded by the right people, those who believe in your vision, those who are also growth-minded, those who are moving forward in their own lives. The successful are selective. They are intentional. They do not let energy drainers or skeptics have influence over their thinking. They guard their minds by choosing wisely who they align with. Over time, this habit becomes second nature. Successful people instinctively build alliances wherever they go, at work, in business, in their personal lives. They look for opportunities to connect, to collaborate, and to grow through others. They know that iron sharpens iron, and when they rise, they lift others with them. The habit of surrounding yourself with a mastermind is a silent engine behind the world's greatest accomplishments. It is the fuel that keeps vision alive during the hard seasons and the spark that turns good ideas into extraordinary results. No one makes history alone. The wise know this. The successful live by it. Success is not an accident. It is the result of deliberate habits practiced with discipline and fueled by purpose. As we have seen, the most successful people do not merely hope for greatness. They create it through conscious, repeated action. They begin with definiteness of purpose, knowing exactly what they want and committing themselves entirely to its pursuit. They develop unshakable faith, believing in their vision with such conviction that it becomes a living force within them. They cultivate persistence, pressing on through adversity, understanding that failure is not the end, but a necessary step toward triumph, and they do not walk the journey alone. They form powerful mastermind alliances, drawing strength, insight, and inspiration from others who share their drive. These are not traits reserved for a chosen few. They are habits, practices that anyone can adopt, refine, and live by. The path to success is open to all who are willing to take full responsibility for their growth and commit to these times. The world does not reward wishful thinking. It rewards those who decide, who believe, who persist, and who build with intention. So if you truly desire success, let these habits become part of your daily life. Begin today. Define your purpose. Nurture your faith. Fortify your persistence. And seek out those who will challenge and champion you. In doing so, you won't just chase success, you'll embody it. As Napoleon Hill taught, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Now, it's your turn to prove it.